Got the 13-inch tail this time, 13-inch sheave, going with the 140 hyper, 140 progression.
So this is South Maroubra car park. This is the beginning of our run, our local run that we do from South Maroubra to Bondi Beach. Here we got Perth just paddling out. The South Maroubra rip is usually dead flat and south swell, south wind. Sometimes when the swell's a bit more east, it's actually quite tricky getting out through this rip. But today it was, yeah, pretty nice. For us Sydney-siders, this is pretty all-time conditions. So we've got like a dead south swell with the south wind that's probably 20 knots today. Perth's riding his GoFoil RS 850, pretty small high-spec wing. I'm on the progression 140 Unifoil, and that's the smallest higher spec wing they have in their range at the moment, and both of us paddled up really easy. So this clearly shows how we're cutting right out to sea to get around the first obstacle, which is North River Point, Pool and Lurline. It's super easy today because the wind and the swells pushing us in that direction anyway. So we're just kind of riding these swells, you know, peeling off left here like I am in front, running it for a little bit, swell outruns us, and then I peel off right again into the next one. Same with her. So the only reason why Perth is pumping here is because if he was to turn the same direction as the swell and the wind, he would end up straight in the cliffs. So we've got to pump kind of sideways out to sea to create the best line for us to make it to Bondi. Once we do get past that headland just in front to the left there, then we're straight downwind pretty much the whole way. But yeah, this first bit we just got to cut out. One thing that's really cool about this kind of big swell, strong wind, downwinding, is that you start hitting speeds that you've never hit before in prone falling or with bay runs and stuff downwind. It's addictive how fast you go, but it's also really scary too because things can go wrong real quick. One thing that's kind of you can see here is we don't try and cross each other's wake, because if you get caught in the other person's wake, it does weird things to your foil. So as much as we want to be kind of next to each other, like you don't want to be behind each other. another tip, when the swell's kind of bigger like this, it might be better to throw on a bigger mast, like an 83 or something. This just gives more leeway to your board rocking up and down and reaching. I kind of stick to the 75 centimeter mast just because it's what I'm used to. I find it easy to paddle up, and yeah, if you're kind of at the top of your mast the whole time, you're the most efficient you can be. But with this bigger stuff, because you're hitting higher speeds and kind of, you know, going up and down swells pretty radically, like, it could be a good thing to ride a bigger mast for sure. There's so many different lines that you can hit in downwind. I think one that's pretty stock standard and kind of fits Perth's personality is that he always goes pretty dead straight and goes up and over swells. He kind of like is always pumping because he's always trying to go as fast as he can, versus like my style is very much more peel off, carving, trying to find the next bump, the next pocket, the next trough, taking my time. But yeah, there's all different ways to do it, but just whatever suits, whatever floats your boat. This really evidently shows the swells coming through, but in the mix, the wind bumps. So see how I'm not riding like the swell the whole way through. I'm kind of riding it for a bit, see how it kind of goes under me, and then I'm kind of veering off on this kind of wind bump into the next swell that usually comes behind it. So see, it's about to catch up to me. So it's not riding these one or two swells the whole way through, it's connecting all these different swells with wind bumps and making your way down the coastline. These are the kind of days where I kind of wish I was even on a smaller foil, just to see how fast you can be going. I think from my Garmin this day, I was going, you know, max speed, probably 36 kilometers an hour. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how fast you can actually go and how long you can ride these swells for without having to peel off. I'm sure James or Zane or Perth could kind of answer that for me. But yeah, it's just, it's pretty crazy what the foils are doing these days. Day where I should probably be wearing a life jacket, because the speeds you hit so fast that you make one silly mistake, the board can flip over and kind of knock you in the head. Even like wearing a helmet or something wouldn't be a stupid idea either. So you know, safety first. I know we're always in a rush to try and get that lift to the top of the run to start it, but just kind of probably good practice to always be wearing a life jacket. I really want to see how big swell we can downwind in the future. My goal's to kind of, you know, be downwinding in those crazy big south swells where it's like, you know, quadruple overhead with crazy 20 knot winds, and just see how fast you can go. I think the only limitation is like kind of entry and exit points, but yeah, this stuff just gets me super. home stretch. That point in front is North Bondi. It's called the Buckler. A good line to take when you're heading towards North Bondi is to kind of go pretty close to the Shark Buoy, because it's very easy to keep cutting right, and if you miss that point and don't come in here where Perth's coming into Bondi Beach, it's a complete dead zone until Sydney Harbour, which is not, I don't recommend you to do that at all, because it can be super dangerous. But yeah, this is fun. Like this point can get really big. Like it's called the Buckler, and like it's known to have like a big left-hander, and Perth's just linking up here now with the big one, and just gonna get a sweet ride the whole way in.